All right. How y'all doing? I got something I need to say about my Philadelphia Eagles. So, we in April and there's nothing to talk about, like at all. Um, Especially when it comes to football, except the draft. Um, Draft is in 3 weeks, 4 weeks from the date. Was it March 31st? So, you know, it's in a couple weeks. So, me and my boys, we are going to discuss the draft and our teams and who we believe are potential busts, potential stars, who we think our team should draft. That's coming later down the line. So right now, I just want to give a quick outline of my feelings towards the Eagles, and I'll go a little bit more in depth in that video that I have with the my boys. So it'll be us. It will be five of us talking about it. So that'll come soon. But to say, I'm very confused. Not very confused, but I'm a little bit confused and a little bit concerned about the Eagles and where we are headed. Mainly because there seems to be no sense of direction or any hints to what the Eagles are going to do in the draft. Because we got 3 picks in the first 20, and I don't know what Howie Roseman is thinking. Howie Roseman could be thinking of drafting a long snapper in the first round. I don't know. He's been very inconsistent as far as draft talent. But I think I know one of the needs that the Eagles have is the wide receiver position. So really, we have Devontae Smith. I called him Devontae Adams, my Josh Allen video. Devontae Smith, and then that's it. So we still got Jalen Reagor, we still got JJ Arthur-Whiteside, who don't need to be on the team anymore. We just need to cut ties. But Howie Roseman, I feel like Howie Roseman is hell bent on keeping these guys on the roster to prove that these guys are worth the picks. So I think that is a problem. But that is a major concern. But there's a lot of good wide receivers, especially available in the first round. For me personally, I'm a fan of Jameson Williams. I believe that he will be a perfect fit. He brings speed and he can make plays when he has the ball in his hands. Now the ACL injury is a big concern, but
yards to 365 total yards, and Jefferson wants to add to that.
Wow. They really don't. So that's a concern. Jameson Williams is a good guy. Burks from Arkansas, I believe his last name is Burks. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but the wide receiver from Arkansas, he's really good. In both Ohio State's Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave. So those are big play guys right there. But I really think Jameson Williams will fit just fine in the Eagles' offense, especially with what I've seen last year and what they were kind of aiming for. Next position of need I would seriously look towards is linebacker. We haven't drafted a linebacker in a long time. Now I've only been a fan since 2010, so I can't really give information about draft, like who they drafted before. So I'm not going to try to guess and say, oh, we did it at this point, because I don't know. I'm just 22, so I don't. Growing up, I was more of a basketball guy. I mean, I'm still more of a basketball guy than a football guy, but here we are. So I think we need a linebacker. Because Alex Singleton, our leading tackler from last year, he signed with the Broncos, and then we signed a linebacker from the Chargers, White Kazir. I don't want to butcher his name, but his last name is White. We signed him for a 1-year deal. And to tell you the truth, I'm not a fan of 1-year deals unless it's with older players. I'm really not, because what are we gonna gain? What are we gonna gain? Especially because I don't know if he's gonna play, so you might just sign him just because. So linebacker is available. Nakobe Dean is the first name off the board that I thought would work for the Eagles. I sincerely believe that Nakobe Dean would work, especially just right smack in the middle of the defense, because we don't have anybody right now playing middle linebacker. So there's that. And lastly, I promise you, I'm gonna punch this table right here if we draft another D lineman. On everything I love, we don't need especially DN. I don't know what his fascination is, but Howie Roseman at DNs, because it seemed like every year we're drafting a DN. And Derek Barnett, he's fine, but he just hasn't turned out to the person that we had assumed and thought he was going to be. And people have this theory that we really only drafted him because he broke Reggie White's record at Tennessee, like the most sacks in a season. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense, because when he got drafted, that was the first thing they put on TV. Derek Barnett broke Reggie White's record at Tennessee. I'm like, cool. But can he produce on the field? And it's not really, he hasn't really produced on the field. While he did make a key play in the Super Bowl, like that gave us a strip sack at the end of the game, he hasn't really produced in totality in his career. So I think, he got 2 more years, so we'll see how that goes. We signed Hassan Reddick. We signed Fletcher Cox to a 1-year deal. Hopefully we can get something to where he doesn't leave. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I don't know. I think those are the 3 positions of need right there. I don't think they're done in free agency and signings. I don't. But who knows? We'll see when season comes around. But the main focus of this video was to talk about Jalen Hurts and the potential future for him. And I firmly believe that if surrounded by the right talent, he can make it work. Now, he does need to improve on accuracy. His deep ball accuracy was either 31st or 32nd in the league. So that needs to change. But we also have to put him in a scenario or a situation where he has deep ball threats, in which he doesn't have. But his arm strength has been something that people have questioned. And I didn't realize how short he was. I thought he was like 6'3", but he's like 6'1". So I didn't know that. But he can, I'm not saying we will, I'm not saying this is a good idea, but if the offense was formulated like how the Ravens formulated the offense, where it's run-based and more so surrounded or aimed to use Lamar's legs to his benefit, I think that will work. And I think Nick Sirianni did a good job of using Jalen Hurts' athleticism and his legs to create offense. But at the same time, Lamar has been able to pass the ball. He just had bad receivers. So he's been able to pass the ball, move the ball down the field with success. He won an MVP in year 2. So there's a lot of signs on that. So they're making it work. He just, the Ravens as a whole need to get healthy. But we're not talking about the Ravens, we're talking about the Eagles. So I just think we can make it work. I just need the rumors to stop about, we're going to trade for draft capital next year if Jalen Hurts doesn't work. You can't put that news out there. You can't say that. You can't put that out there. You can't do that. If you have that mindset, just go ahead and trade for future picks. Don't give no intent. Don't say nothing. That's just something that you need to do on its own. But with that, I don't know what the aim is, because they're the quarterbacks that are potentially coming out next year, Bryce Young and friends. You're really drafting the same guy with just a little bit less athleticism, because Jalen Hurts is going to be more athletic than just about any quarterback that comes out. He is going to be more athletic than any quarterback that comes out, and I stand by that. Other than DJ Uiagalelei, I don't know how you pronounce his name. That's a rare case because he's 6'5" and like 260. So that's different. But I still think he's more athletic. He can move better than him. I don't know how to pronounce it. Uiagalelei, his offense is more so QB blast, QB power based, and that's just not the same with Jalen Hurts. So he can throw it downfield. He can throw it a whole lot better than that. So I really think that if we surround him with receivers, prepare ourselves for the future as far as O-line, because I don't know how long Jason Kelce is going to keep playing. Brandon Brooks retired. I'm gonna miss Brandon Brooks, but I don't know how long Lane Johnson is gonna be playing. That's a concern. So we need to prepare ourselves for moments like that. We have Nate Dickerson. I'm really looking forward to Nate Dickerson. Soy Molo, I'm probably pronouncing it, my left guard, and I cannot think of these names right now, but the left side of the O-line is fine, and they're young. Andre Dillard, Jordan Mailata, they just have to gel together. And we'll see what will happen in due time. The Eagles in the last 10 years have always done a good job of keeping a strong offensive line and defensive line. So that'll be something that they can prep themselves for. It's really up in the air about, what's coming in the future. Because I don't know what Howie Roseman is thinking. Howie Roseman is a nutcase. And I still believe that he should be on the hot seat and should not have a long leash like he does. But a lot of Eagles fans feel that way. But I think people have loosened up. They've given him more leeway since the Carson Wentz trade and how they fleeced the Colts. And Carson Wentz not even on the Colts no more. So I think it worked out for Carson Wentz and it worked out for the Eagles. So the Colts are the only odd men out in the situation because now they don't have a first round pick. So there's that. But Jalen Hurts, I hope and pray that I take that back. I hope and I believe that you can turn it around. Not turn it around. You're doing a good job to start. I believe in you that you can take this team to the next level. It's just an advancement of your game and the system because you did. I'm not going to dog you out because this is your first year in this system. So we'll give it time. But I think we can really go to the playoffs depending on how the team looks. If the team improves on the linebacker level, the D line, and the skill positions on the outside, I firmly believe like the Eagles can make a run in the playoffs. I do that. I do believe that. But it's only a matter of time, and we won't know until the draft is over and all the free agent signings have happened. So that's all I got to say about that. Look out. If you are watching this and you've watched all the way through, I want to say thank you. I have the Josh Allen video has hit almost 40,000 views. I want to say thank you. Thank you for everybody who has watched that video, who has liked it, thumbs it up, disliked the video, whatever. Commented. I appreciate it. I see all y'all comments. I want to say thank y'all. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. Today is March 31st. Let me look on my computer what day. So me and my boys, we are aiming for the 16th or April 15th or 16th. Excuse me, for the draft review. So we're aiming for that. So I will put those videos out. I have a full video and I have them broken down by parts and sections. So if you don't want to watch all the way through on one, you can, have the whole thing, blah, blah, blah. But if there are any videos, lastly, if there are any video ideas that you want me to discuss, please let me know. Please let me know because I will. This is a weird time for sports because we're right in front of playoff basketball and football isn't doing anything until the draft. So if you have any ideas, topics that you want me to discuss, please let me know because I will discuss them and I do not mind. And yeah, that's all I got to say. So I say thank you. I love you. Drink some water. Bye.